Hey everyone, welcome back to another heartfelt episode of Marketing Your Niche. I'm your host Lydia, and today we are diving deep into something close to the heart. It's June, and while this month often gets marked on our calendars for Father's Day, I want to go beyond the card and tie gifts. Let's talk about the men who help shape who we are, not just fathers, but grandfathers, uncles, stepdads, mentors, the men who quietly or boldly pass down lessons that we now carry into our businesses, our dreams, and our lives. I want to speak especially to those of you listening who grew up with a father figure who might not have called himself an entrepreneur, but definitely lived the mindset. Maybe it was the way he always said, let's do this, or go for it, or you've got what it takes. Maybe it was in the risk he took, the hours he worked, the way he showed up even when he was tired. This episode is a celebration of legacy, how entrepreneurial thinking is often something we inherit, not through formal education, but through example. Let's get started. Having been a teacher, I love guiding my students to enhance their skills, explore their passions, and unleash their creativity. Little did I know, I was actually helping them to lay the groundwork for their own unique paths. That's why I launched this podcast, to assist you in doing the same. Marketing Your Niche, it's all about discovering your niche, taking action before you are ready, focusing on consistent progress, and move ahead to building a profitable online business, even if you are not sure you are doing it right. Tune in for practical advice, actionable marketing tips and strategies to build a business that brings you more freedom, more profit, even more joy. Let's get started. Let me take you back for a second. I remember my grandpa so vividly. He wasn't a business owner in the modern sense. He didn't have a storefront or an online shop, but the man had hustle. He was always fixing things, building something, helping neighbors, trading skills. He has this energy of why not when it came to trying something new. And the best part, every time I share an idea, no matter how big, how wild, how outside the box was, he looked at me straight in my eyes and said, let's do this. The little phrase planted something in me. Permission, confidence, momentum, that entrepreneurship at its core. He believed in starting, not waiting. And I think that's what many fathers, right, knowingly or not, pass on to their children too. This belief that we can build something from nothing, that we don't need everything figured out before we take the first step. Many of our fathers came from a generation that was taught one thing: provide, go to work, bring home the paycheck, keep the family steady. And while that's honorable and worthy of respect, some of those men quietly and sometimes unknowingly also showed up how to build, how to take initiative, and how to keep going even when things felt uncertain. That's entrepreneurship. It's not always about being a CEO. Sometimes it's a man working double shifts so his kid can go to university, or a grandfather who teaches his granddaughter how to change a tire, save money, and speak with confidence. Or a mentor who pulls you aside after a tough week and says, you are made for more. I want to speak about a story that had a great impact on me and other people when we heard it. MichelleObama often speaks with deep reverence about her father, Fraser Robinson III, a man who quietly embodied strength, responsibility, and unwavering love. Despite being diagnosed with multiple sclerosis in his early 30s, he never missed a day of work. Every morning he would get himself dressed, brace against the pain, and head to his job at the city water plant in Chicago. He did it not for glory, but for love, for his family, for stability, and because he believed it was his duty to provide. Watching her father navigate life with such humility and perseverance left a profound mark on Michelle's life. She once said that her father showed her what is meant to show up, even when it was hard, especially when it was hard. That image of him pushing through discomfort and never complaining taught her grit, grace, and the value of consistent effort. It shaped her understanding of success, not of fame or wealth, but as character. This legacy lives on not only in the woman she became, but in the way she inspires others to lead with integrity, work with intention, and never forget where they came from. Hearing stories like MichelleObama's reminds me how deeply the men in our lives shape who we become, not just through what they say, but through what they do, day in and day out. It's in the quiet sacrifices, the resilience in tough times, and the way they show up even when it's hard. Her father's legacy isn't just personal, it's universal. It echoes through so many families, including mine. That's what inspired me to dedicate this episode to all the fathers, grandfathers, uncles, mentors, and male figures who have poured so much into us, especially those who encourage us to take bold steps to believe in our dreams and to build something of our own. If you are building something today, your own business, a brand, a podcast, a new life direction, I want you to pause and think. Who was the man in your life who said, go for it? Who helped you believe you could do this even before you saw it yourself? For me, it was my grandpa. Every project I launch, every post I write, every episode I record, I carry his words with me. And this podcast, it exists because somewhere deep down, I still hear him cheering. Let's do this. Now, I want to speak to entrepreneurs listening today who are fathers themselves. Maybe you are raising little ones while juggling client calls. Maybe you are running a business and wondering if your kids even notice. They do. They see you when you wake up early and work late. They hear you when you talk about your goals. They feel your energy when you get excited about something new. And whether you say the words or not, you are teaching them that creating something from scratch is possible. That stability isn't something you wait for. It's something you build. You are leaving a legacy, not just money or property, but mindset. And another real story is coming into my mind, and I want to tell you about this. I cannot wait to share it with you. It's a story that deeply resonates with me, and it's the story of BobProctor, a Canadian author and motivational speaker known for his work in self-help and personal development. His teachings on mindset and success have profoundly influenced my own journey into entrepreneurship and digital business. What stands out most is the way he lived these principles at home, especially in his relationship with his son, Brian Proctor. Brian recalls that his father would tuck him in every night, expressing pride in his daily accomplishments and encouraging him to pursue his dreams. This consistent affirmation instilled in Brian a deep sense of self-worth and the belief that he could achieve anything he set his mind to. Growing up with such unwavering support, Brian not only embraced his father's teachings, but also played a pivotal role in expanding their reach through innovative online marketing strategies. This story exemplifies how a father's daily encouragement can lay the foundation for a legacy of empowerment and success. As we move through life, it's incredible how often we catch ourselves thinking, "Oh, I know this. My dad used to say that." Or, "That's exactly how my grandpa taught me." It happens to me all the time. Whether it's a work ethic I picked up, a way of handling challenges, or just the mindset of "let's do this," I find pieces of my father, my grandfather, and even my uncles guiding me through daily moments. Has that ever happened to you too? Those small lessons become anchors, and without even realizing it, we start passing them on. I see it in the way I raise my children, in how I supported my students when I was teaching, and even now in the way I coach others on finding their niche. The impact those men had on my life isn't just a memory, it's a living legacy. It's what fuels us to go further, to build more, to dream bigger, not just for ourselves, but to honor the foundation they laid and to carry it forward into something even greater. One of the most powerful things a parent can give is belief. When you tell your child, "You've got this," you are not just boosting their confidence, you are wiring them to trust themselves. So this Father's Day, I'm challenging you to reflect on the legacy you are building, not just for your children, but for the world around you. What are you passing on? What mindset are you modeling? Is it courage? Is it consistency? Is it curiosity? All of these are traits of an entrepreneur, and many of us learn them at the feet of our fathers and grandfathers, often without even realizing it. So let's honor them today. Let's tell the stories of the men who inspire us to start. The men who didn't always have the right words, but had all the right instincts. The men who believed in work, yes, but also in dreams. And if you never had that kind of male role model in your life, let this be the moment you recognize that you can still build your own legacy. You can be that person for someone else, for your community, for the next generation. This June, as we celebrate Father's Day, let's go beyond the store-bought cards and the barbecues. Let's give thanks for the entrepreneurial spirit, the legacy of doing, building, dreaming, and believing. And if you are looking to build something of your own, a side hustle, an online business, a platform for your voice, I'm here to help. You don't need to have all the answers. You don't need a perfect plan. You just need that spark. Just like my grandpa used to say, let's do this. You can visit www.bramley.ca to get started. I would love to walk this journey with you. If this episode spoke to you, please share it with someone who has been that entrepreneurial role model in your life. Tag them, message them, call them, let them know they made an impact. And as always, subscribe, rate, and review Marketing Your Niche wherever you listen to podcasts. Also, every share helps us grow and inspire more dreamers to become doers. Until next time, this is Lydia sending you light, love, and permission to start.